Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Cryptic Heartland Podcast, episode 103.
Episode 99 Redux again.
We're back. We're back in the flesh, finally. I don't even know anymore. I'm so out of it. But anyways, yeah, we're back live. Got almost everybody here. We got Jason, got Roth. God damn it.
Bo.
The one guy that wasn't here, we got Jake, we got Dan, and myself.
Hey, Roth.
Hey,
How you doing?
man.
Hey, you could have been Roth.
You could have been Roth.
I could have been
Roth.
I could have been Roth, yeah. Anywho, my bad. So yeah, we're live, back in the flesh.
We're home. Hey guys, how you doing?
I don't even know.
It's hot out there, right?
Oh, dude, I've been out in the heat. I've been out in the sun the last 2 days. You can't see because, well, if I do this, you can see how red I am.
So you're saying your brain is fried right now?
Pretty damn much, guys. Pretty damn much. So.
Cool. I've seen an egg cook on a rock. It's pretty sweet shit.
Nice. But before we begin here and dive into things, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell if you're on YouTube, notifications if you're on Facebook. That way when we go live, you go live with us. And away we go, man. Where's everybody been? I've been here the whole time, so.
Working and staying away from crazy people and
So you came here?
Yeah. I like this kind of crazy.
Nice.
No, just life hopefully getting back to normal. I know we're about ready to get super busy.
Oh, yeah. Some interesting stuff
Yeah, so.
coming down the pike.
Yeah, we've been getting hit with all kinds of stuff. Cases, and we got other things in the works.
Yeah, case has been being handed off to us. So
yep, which
we're
is
gonna
nice.
take those over and
Yeah.
get going. We're going to be traveling the state quite a bit here.
No kidding.
Soon, so.
A lot of parts of
Hey, man, I did my part. I tried to get us local cases.
I go for the far away ones.
I had 3 local cases lined up, and then you go and screw that up, Jason.
I wouldn't be part of road trip. You know,
That is true.
party,
That is
you know?
true. That's all good. It'll pay off in the
It's
end.
on
So,
the name.
yes, sir.
I just want somebody else to drive me now. I'm tired of driving.
No joke. Yeah.
Where's
Definitely.
that? Where's our? We should get an Uber driver for paranormal trips and stuff.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
Party bus, man. We'll hire one.
Oh.
Yeah, drive.
Hey,
us
the guy
around.
that drives us, he might do it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, after
But-
my drive to Wisconsin, man, I'm done driving for a minute.
No, I'd say that's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
How many hours was that?
10.5 one way, and we flipped and burned back. So yeah.
Jesus,
Still be
man.
worth it if it was for a game.
True that, I guess. Yeah.
For
The
sure,
cheese
for
was
sure.
good. I enjoyed
Nice.
the cheese.
Carl said he's been getting the depot ready for us, so
That's good.
awesome.
That's good.
We'll get that squeeze in there too, Carl.
Is he feeling better?
Yeah, I hope he's doing okay. I mean, I can't talk to him other than you can talk to him yourself too.
Oh
He
yeah.
just has-
I can just answer. So
Yeah.
no, it's all good. Yeah, hopefully Carl's doing well and everybody else is out there too. I mean, crazy times right now with just life in general. Plus, had a pandemic in there somewhere, I
I'm
think.
somewhat scared even drinking the water right now. What's going to happen next? You know?
Yeah, you know, grow some hair on your head.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Hey, at least the murder hornet seen the U.S. and said, "Screw this shit," and left.
I think Corona did too. Corona got on a plane. I saw a meme that said Corona got back on an airplane and said the U.S. is too freaking crazy. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
It's not, it's not wrong. So,
No, not wrong at all.
but it's all good. So, anyways,
Hey, Charles, he's going to be our driver. He's going to
Hey.
drive us everywhere.
cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Need a big vehicle or an RV or something.
RV. We need an RV.
Heck yeah. Hey, don't make fun of me picking an RV that one time. Now you know what you were missing out this whole time. I slept in an RV, so
We put our base out there with all our, monitors and
yeah.
yeah.
When you clowns were sweating out there or freezing, depending on what time of day it was, we were nice and AC in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I love
It's camping.
camping. You
Yeah, I
know,
know.
I love it.
Yeah.
You guys are
I
over
love
there.
it too. It's alright. I get it.
Guys are over there with the air conditioning on. And all.
We didn't have it on all the whole time because
It's
it
just a
uses
little bit.
gas and stuff and electricity, but no. Hey, I wasn't complaining.
I know. I know.
I'll sweat all week.
No, I want an RV. I want to do that so we can go out in the field a little bit more, out into more wooded areas and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. So.
Definitely, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So, yeah, I don't know what's been going on in the world. Anything? I'm just kidding around.
Work.
Don't answer that. Yeah, work's kicking my butt
Yeah.
too. Can you turn mine up a little bit? It's the one closest on the outside, I think. There you go. There you go. Thank you. And then when we listen to stuff, you guys want to put your headphones on also too. You're gonna have to turn yours up or adjust your own levels. I don't know what it sounds like for you
Yeah.
guys. So, but anyways, yeah,
So what's been happening in the world of paranormal?
not a damn thing really. It's
Not a
been
damn
quiet.
thing, I know. It really has. I mean,
Well,
I
It
mean,
hasn't been.
we're
much
getting.
It hasn't
I
been.
know.
It's flowing into us.
yeah,
Well,
it
that's
really
crazy.
We
hasn't.
gotta get
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just got 2 in the last 2 days.
24
So
hours.
Mhm.
Yeah. Basically.
yeah,
some weird things happening. It's not, and I don't think it has anything to do with, the state of the world or anything. Just
No.
it's just continuously happening.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Um,
people may be home more, so they might be seeing more too now because
be.
they're not used to being there so often. But I mean, I don't know.
Or just bored and they're paying attention a little
That
bit
could
more,
be too. Yeah.
I don't think it's because they're home a lot. You know?
Who
I
knows?
mean,
Yeah.
because let's be honest, nobody's been staying home. So.
Well, not anymore. Once they lifted those orders, everybody took off.
Nobody got it.
Everybody
Nobody
took
was
off
staying
and did their
home.
thing. Yeah.
I was always at work. I was always, going everywhere and shopping and doing stuff. I mean,
Yeah. Definitely.
especially traveling. Nah. So.
Yeah, you did for a while. You were going every weekend
we
for a
were
while.
we were doing that for quite a while, and we found a lot of abandoned locations and ghost towns and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Literal abandoned towns. I mean, it was amazing to actually see these places. but
Should have broken the church. I'm just kidding around. We
Nope.
don't do that.
There's a perfectly good barbed wire fence right there, and it was up to my chest here, so there's no way I was crawling.
Oh, so it was up to our knees then?
Yeah. So I wasn't even
Yeah, I
climbing
step
over that.
over those.
I know you would.
Kidding,
But it
kidding,
looked
kidding.
brand new too, so
Did it?
people probably go out
Oh,
there quite
I'm
a bit
sure.
to do
It's-
dumb shit. So
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but some of these places were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They're either abandoned, like you can walk up to them and look in, or they're on somebody's property and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Plus, there's cows everywhere. So,
Oh yeah. Yep.
Nothing wrong with a cow.
yeah.
I did see there was a team that I don't know where they're from. I'm trying to remember because there's two of them that went back-to-back nights. They were up north, kind of by Atchison and all that stuff, but they were in Atchison, by the way. But they also went down to Stoll, and they were able to go in there and unprovoked or anything. And they were just looking around. And
Yeah.
it's a team that'd been there before,
Yeah.
so but they were up doing the McIntyre at the time, so it's kind of funny because they did both nights. They alternated just because they have
Fun.
nights.
Yeah.
You can rent it for either night, but we're gonna go up there one of these nights. I know we've been meaning to do that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
been
had-
a year now, and
I know
we
right?
haven't really done much from Paracon.
Yeah, yeah.
Life and everything else keeps getting in the
Well,
way.
we got
But we have
3
our own
months.
cases and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
3 months almost wiped out,
Yeah.
because of stupidness, but whatever. So, nonetheless, we'll be up there. And there's like many places we can go up there. We got the, what do you call it, the 1858, is it the Garnett House?
The Garnet
Yeah.
House, yes.
We got that. We need to go clear up to Iowa, hit some Villisca Axe Murder House, also some Malvern Manor.
I don't think
So-
I was too far from all that area when we shot up from Missouri up
Yeah.
to Iowa.
Yeah, it's not far
Yeah.
from here. I've done
It's
the
pretty awesome.
I've done
up there.
the research, and we just got to find the time and whatever else. Charles, get our driver going, and
I probably drove right past it. That's
you probably
unfortunate.
did.
Yeah.
oh really? Oh, down to Iowa when you come up from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. We'll get there. So one of these days.
We
Yeah.
could have stopped there and slept.
Yep. And Mr. Jason got to go down to Dallas,
Yeah.
see some JFK.
I sure as hell did.
Yeah, which hopefully if you guys didn't see the video, go back. It's on the Facebook page. He went live that night from there, and
Yeah, it's on the
It's a
Cryptic
nice-
Heartland.
Dana.
yeah,
It's on the Cryptic
it was
Heartland.
a nice little piece you did, man. Since we couldn't do a show that night, well, it would have been.
Well,
good.
I try to do what I could
Hey.
for us, you know, because
What location to go to, and what a better location other than
I did it for you, because I knew he'd be like, oh, I want to be there so bad.
I do.
You know,
When you
but-
saw the kind of response it gave me, because next day when I was hitting you up, bugging you
Oh,
about
yeah.
shit, and when he was trying to leave, I'm over typing away to him and taking pictures of him.
Yeah,
So,
because I don't know if we talked about it. Have we talked about it?
just to Roth, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I noticed there, looking up at the book depository at the 6th floor window. Of course, it's all closed, you know,
Right.
of everything. So it was very vacant out there. Nobody parked around, and very few tourists were out and about, except for us, you know.
It's the best time to be out there.
It really was. So I'm looking up, and I could see that in the window there's a box there, a white box with a black circle. So I figured it was a camera of some kind, and I'm like,
Right.
well, that's cool. I don't know what it's doing or for, so that's cool. So I went live, and I went around, and I was just kind of pinpointing, because it's, you know, on TV it makes it look like it's such a spread out,
Right.
wide area.
Right.
It's not. It
Yeah.
really is not. Have you been there?
No, but
No.
I've seen all a lot of videos and
Yeah.
pictures and stuff of it.
So I was able to like go back behind and the tower where the guy, the train, I don't know what he was. He worked for the railroad, and
Right.
because the train tracks were just really close to the book depository, and the guy who manned that day, and who turned around, who saw people running from the picket fence,
Right.
and he could have swore he saw what looked like a puff of smoke, you know, fading out from that area, and then he testifies, or he gives his statements and everything, and then he dies
Yeah.
in a car wreck. Only car on the road, and he wrecks it and dies. And he didn't even have any medical conditions
How
either.
convenient.
I know, it's convenient. Yeah.
Good stuff.
But he saw that, so I'm over there. I took pictures. And I think I can't remember. I was like a kid in a candy store there, so I can't remember if I got the picket fence in camera and the
I
video.
believe you did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know I got on the other side of it, kind of like in view of like where the possible shooter could have been,
Mm-hmm.
from where the guy was seeing the men running from that. I took photographs of that. I'll post them and everything. I need to do that. I'll do that on Cryptic Heartland Facebook. But did that. But just being over where Zapruder was standing on that little small pillar,
Right.
you know, and knowing that that's the iconic spot that he's standing on, and it's you got the X in the road where the fatal headshot happened, and just the trajectory of the
Right.
of the window to how quickly everything would have happened. I mean, so fast. From the moment you take that turn, you know, and you go right past the building, you're gone in a heartbeat. So that would have been just, he had to have known
Right.
it was happening. Whoever did the shot had to know they were going to turn. But they only changed it, that day?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
morning,
that
they
morning.
had changed
The parade route.
So whoever, Oswald didn't fucking know that.
Or did he?
Or did he?
I mean,
I don't know.
he
But
could've.
I'm just saying, you know, if he's just a lone nut,
Right.
you know, up there, okay. Maybe he had it so he could shoot from the other way and, you know, and get only a front shot if the limousine was actually passing by on the left. Maybe so, but it was a perfect turn, a pause there, and driving this way, and he had multiple shots. I mean, it was just too easy of a coincidence to have that all happen and everything. It's just, I don't know. And then being over there in the grassy knoll area, and I don't know, it was just amazing. But what I did, you know, so I'm doing all this for him, so I told him, you know, we're going to go down here one of these damn days. I'm going to, like, drive your butt down here. We're going to actually be here together. We're going to go in the museum, and we're going to film live as much as we can and see if we can even do a podcast inside or something like that, if they'll even let us do something crazy like that. But we So the next morning, we had a hotel just like a block away or so. There was perfect view of everything. So got out. We're driving to get the hell out of Dallas and go home in the pouring rain. And I come up to the stoplight and I hear and I went live for Leo. Just to film a little bit. I didn't go live, but I filmed a little bit and then I sent it to him of us driving right up in kind of the early morning time, and there's the building, and then these two bicyclists like turned in front of us, and you hear Corey in the video. She's like, "What the hell are you doing? Get out of the way!" And then we turn and we head off. And Leo's like, "I know where you're going," and I'm like, "What?" Because I sent him the video right away, and he's like, "I bet I could track you." He's like, "What time were you at the place yesterday?" And I'm like, "What?" I was like, I don't know, like 5 yesterday. He goes, "Nope." I'm like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "It was about
7:45. It was, ended up being, yeah.
And the jerk's like actually watching me from the window of the book depository building from the shooter's nest.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got pictures of us, still photographs
Oh, nice.
of us down there and everything.
So that's what the camera was you saw up in the window.
It's a live feed. It's a live feed.
Sweet.
And everything. So you can actually go on there, and he took photographs and everything. He's got it
That's
there.
a nice spin on it, man.
But the funny thing is, tell him exactly how you knew it was me walking from the hotel up the street toward the building.
Because, well, it was more so, especially coming back. I know Jason, when he gets, like you said, a kid in a candy store, when he gets to talking, and you'll see it when you go on like our investigations, public ones, he's always going over here and talking with his hands and doing he's pointing at buildings and shit. I'm like, "Here comes Jason." Yeah, I saw him. So I knew right away. It was easy to find him, And plus, I saw his Bigfoot shirt, so it was easy to pick him out of a crowd. But I was trying to get that pulled up real fast.
Yeah, he's got the photographs and everything. It was just funny how he tracked my whole, like the time I was there, and then that morning leaving and heading out. He's like tracking me and taking photographs.
I'm sending him pictures of. He's like, "Man, it's like the Bourne." Would you say?
Yeah, and I was like, "This is like Jason Bourne shit." You're like tracking me and has arrows pointing to my car and everything. I'm like, "What the hell?" As we're driving away, and I'm like, "This is awesome, but this is kind of creepy."
You told him, "I bet you can't find me." I'm like, "Okay, challenge."
I know. I was like,
accepted.
"You can't find me." Oh, he found us because I sent that video of the bicyclist, and he sure as hell found that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But the whole area, if you get a chance to ever go, it's, I mean, I don't know how in depth you are with the story or the conspiracy or anything like that. It's just being there and being a part of history. All that, it's in the textbooks. It's forever going to be there. And just looking up and knowing what happened in the bridge that you see, the limousine take off and go under, it's all right there. Still looks the same.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Now, of course, across the way, some of the buildings that were there during the time, it looks like they're being torn down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Across the way, which is kind of sad because the building that's like right to the front left of, if you're standing in front of the building in the front left, it had the day of, it had a billboard sign up top. And then there's a billboard up on top of the book depository, which if you were to talk to anybody, and especially people who work there today even, they talk about how those are perfect cross shoot, for anybody to be up there just on the roof, just a little bit higher, and just doing a cross shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And
possibly,
shortly, go ahead.
Possibly from that height, you could hit it whether they turned there or kept going straight too.
Right.
It'd be a spot you could get either way.
Right. And
Then you wouldn't have to know they were going to change. You'd just have to change where you initially were going to shoot.
right. And then what really sucks is when not long after.
That's Jason right there in front.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah,
Right
me,
here,
that's me, Corey,
Yeah.
Caitlin, and Little Man.
But you can see, kind of gives you an idea.
Yeah,
With
so-
the camera angle. Let me put it back in frame a little better so you can see.
Yeah, so you can,
This is more like it.
like behind us is the street that they were coming down, and then they take that little turn, and then that's the tree and everything on the right. I mean, back then in '63 it was a little smaller,
You
But-
can see the actual. I'll mark it for the people at home. You can see the actual X on the ground.
Yeah, you can.
I'll put it
actually.
in there so they can see.
But back to the billboards. Shortly after all this happened,
They got taken down.
they were taken
didn't they?
down, ordered by the president, Lyndon Johnson, to have those all removed. Not to mention, he had the limousine, cleaned
Right,
immediately
right.
and everything. So
Well, you wouldn't want anybody getting up to those billboards and going, "Oh, yeah."
yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is also they never expected, I don't think, Abraham Zapruder to be standing there videotaping the whole thing.
yeah.
Because back then, that wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was just his luck that he bought that for his family, and
Yeah.
he brought it that day
Yeah.
because he's like, well, Kennedy's going to be here. I'm going to
Yeah, good
Video it.
opportunity to use
Yeah.
the new camera.
Yeah.
film the whole thing, and he got up there. Perfect.
Legendary opportunity it turned into.
Oh man.
Yeah, so on the screen right now you can see the arrows pointing to that X where the fatal headshot, the final
Yeah.
third,
Third, fourth, or fifth.
third as what they history books tell you,
Yeah.
and Warren Commission tells you it's the third shot,
Excuse me.
the one you see where his head's getting pushed back, whatever, from the front, it looks like.
Back and to the left.
Back
Yep,
into the
so-
left.
But yeah,
Because the autopsy, really shows the back of his head
yeah,
pretty blown out.
yeah. There was actually I was reading all kinds of stuff after that because I got, overwhelmed with not overwhelmed, but I got because Jason and I were talking that morning. I started doing all kinds of research.
Oh, we were
There's
talking
another-
JFK for quite a while that morning.
Yeah, there was another video too. Somebody was filming pretty much in front of where the arrow is. Well, somebody took a picture of it. It was a woman took a picture for her son who wanted to skip school that day, and he's like, "No, you need to go to school, whatever. I'll take a picture for you." She took a picture moments before the final headshot happened. Honestly, because it's the same angle, but she's looking towards the Zapruder, basically.
Uh-huh.
And she has a picture of it. I don't have that with
Because
me.
he's kind of leaning over a little bit too, because he's doing
Yeah,
this.
it's like when he
whole thing with
looks.
his neck.
It's also after he looked into the right and all that stuff because he heard the first shot and all
Right.
stuff and everything.
He
so
stops
yeah,
waving and he's
Mhm.
looking around like, what the hell was that?
yeah. And there was one other person that was filming. I can't remember the name. Sort of like I think a G or something like that. Also was filming that. They took the evidence and looked at it like, nah, nothing here. Supposedly.
It was the Umbrella Man.
And
The
now
Umbrella Man.
that was a good one too. That one's crazy. But
Or what's her name? The lady in
the babushka,
Babushka.
Yeah,
the babushka lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which they never found her, right?
I
To my
can't
knowledge?
remember if they ever did or not.
Yeah.
They found the guy with the umbrella, and he,
Yeah.
I guess, turned out to be nothing. He was just
Well,
like,
and it turned out to be he was protesting.
Oh, that's right.
Because he was actually protesting JFK's dad, Jack, where, long story short, had to do something with an umbrella, so that's why he has an umbrella up, because they were wondering if he had some kind of, trigger on his umbrella to
Yeah.
where it would shoot, because it was, perfect shot, in theory, but ended up being no, he was just protesting. That's why he put it up and then put it back down. He came out and said, yeah, no, that's me, whatever. This is
Right.
the umbrella right here. You can look at it and everything.
It
and-
seemed suspicious at the time.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, but ended up being nothing. So, but the babushka lady, I think they never found her,
I don't
or
think
something
so.
like that. I want to say she was one. She wasn't one of them that got turned up dead, was she?
No?
I think they just never found her.
Yeah.
And
No explanation of...
mhm.
No, they never touched
She-
her, so she never turned up
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, she just never moved.
Yeah.
Everyone else was falling to the ground and
Yeah.
running, and she just continued to stand there.
Yeah, she's froze or something. I don't know what it was,
Yeah,
or she
I
knew
know.
something. Whatever. Maybe she was the target.
Of course, I don't know. She looked like an old Russian lady. If
Yeah.
that was the case, she was possibly
Yeah.
there during World War II, and
Could be.
I don't suppose a few pot shots in the street would scare you after that.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true
not.
too. But
Maybe not.
and of course, there's all those people that turned up missing that
Missing.
came
dead.
forth that said, "I want to tell you what happened. I was there. I tell you where the shot came from." And then all of a
I
sudden,
heard
they
4 shots. I heard 5 shots.
Yeah.
I heard it from the grassy knoll. I heard it from the picket fence.
I heard it from the
Heard it
overpass.
from right
The
behind
amount
me
of
at the
shots
picket
is
fence.
hard because
Yeah.
the way noise echoes in buildings like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and there's
So that's why
supposedly
it's hard to tell direction in
But-
and out.
But why would somebody over by the bridge, by that underpass, be smelling the smoke over there? That's really close to the picket fence.
Yeah.
that's where it gets a little iffy
That's
and
where
dicey.
it gets a little weird, because
Yeah.
people down there were saying, down by the bridge there, I smell gun smoke down here.
Mhm.
I smell, and no one else was firing. No, police didn't fire or anything like that we know of.
And we can go round and round with this. We've done it before, but
Yeah.
the fragment that hit, supposedly that missed and hit the guy on an underpass, the overpass
Yeah.
underpass, supposedly
He was down there.
he took fragments over there.
He took scraped him on the face. I got a picture of him at home,
Yeah,
and there's a cut right across his face from the fragment.
and then you also got the only three
Yeah,
bullets.
if you
Three bullets were
shooting that
fired.
way, that probably was a ricochet.
Yeah,
Well, there was the whole 3 bullets were only fired allegedly, and one hit Kennedy from. Well, let's rephrase that. One supposedly
One missed.
missed because he saw it and he looked back. Remember?
wasn't that first shot the miss when he turns and stops?
He heard it.
moving?
And he's like,
Isn't that the guy who gets hit with the?
"That's
the
what they're
ricochet?
saying. That's
Yeah.
what they're saying."
That's
Well,
part of the
then you
story.
got the second shot that comes from behind. That does come from behind, where he grabs his throat. That's
But
the one.
It goes through his
That's
back,
one that
right?
also goes into the governor.
Yep, it
But it goes through
zigzags.
his back, right? Because there's
Yep.
a wound in his
Mhm.
back and his neck.
It comes out his throat because
Yeah.
he's sitting up, remember,
Yeah, it goes in
higher.
his back, comes out his throat, goes into the governor.
Yep, but it took,
So
it did the whole zigzag thing supposedly.
So how does it go in his?
That can happen.
Yeah.
It's weird
Pop it
how
up, pop
they'll
it down.
travel through you.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Ricochet off
Yeah.
a bone and come out a different way.
Yeah.
It's weird how
But-
that'll happen.
And then,
That stuff will happen though.
but is that the one that's supposedly pristine found on the?
Yeah.
The slug is pristine found on the gurney, miraculously in the hospital.
Hmm.
See, so that's where it gets a little weird too,
Yeah,
because
I don't know.
you would
Comes
think
out
it shouldn't be
pristine
pristine.
condition.
That
Yeah.
doesn't.
As if somebody just
Yeah.
walked into the hospital to the gurney
Yeah.
and dropped it.
That's not.
And then the third final shot supposedly came from behind, also the headshot.
Yeah.
Which,
The headshot that blows out the back of his head, shoots his head backwards and to the left
Yeah.
and down.
with the famous doctor pointing to his head saying he.
Yeah, and the medical director at Parkland Hospital, you know, he's even says he has a bullet wound to his head,
Yep.
and he points to it.
Yep.
And then that was quickly changed by the Secret Service and all that shortly after. And then I was looking at photographs and everything,
Mhm.
and the casket going onto the plane,
Yep.
it does look lighter than the casket coming off the
That was
plane.
another thing too. Yeah.
Was the body switched, and who was doing that during the flight back to Washington?
And do they always have a casket on board Air
I know.
Force One?
I mean, I guess that could be.
that's
the
one
thing.
thing. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
In case
there's
something
eight
happens.
Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
they always
case there's
fly. They
something
always
happens.
fly two. One
Yeah,
comes in
they always
sooner than
go
the other,
two
or vice
together.
versa. That way you don't know which one you're shooting
I
down.
mean, something could happen, and they have
Right.
that. You know, we need a casket in case something happens.
Right.
But I mean, why would you do that when he's already in a casket and the medical examiner, or there's one guy in the morgue there who wrapped him up and picked him up and put him into the casket, and he says, I'm the one who did it, and I know what casket I put him on. When I looked at the TV of him coming off the plane in Washington, it was a totally different color. It was a darker, almost black casket.
Right. I don't know, man.
And the whole time on the plane, you know, you have everybody in there swearing in the new president,
Mhm.
you know, and the commotion going on with that. So I don't know.
And my favorite thing is Jackie O still wearing the bloody dress where she was
Yeah.
and during the swearing, and she said, "Well, you got your president. You got your what'd she say? You got your." What the hell she said? I can't
I
remember.
forget
It's been a while since I thought
now.
about it, but she basically is like, that's why she wore the dress in protest to say, you know, you got what you wanted, basically.
She was wanting them to see what they've done.
Right.
That's
during
why. But
Yep. So it's just crazy.
but
The whole thing.
But the wink, the guy behind Lyndon Johnson, as Lyndon Johnson's getting sworn in,
Mm-hmm.
there's a guy just right off on his side there, really tall, older guy, and
Mhm.
I think he has a bow tie on. He's looking and staring, and then as soon as he's sworn in, Lyndon Johnson turns to him, and the guy gives him a big old
yeah.
wink.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, and that's caught on camera, and everyone keeps going, "Who's this guy?"
Nobody knows who
What's-
that guy is.
Well, I think he turned out to be. He's like high up in the political. I forget what his name is, but
I don't remember.
he's
his
up in
name.
the political
Right.
area, you know, and has a lot of influence. But what was he doing on the plane? Why is he giving him a big wink? Like,
Good job.
let's make this happen now.
Right.
You know, instead of being somber and saying, you know, this moment in life sucks, and you know, and we have to do what we have to do.
Mhm.
No, he's winking at him like, hey, let's get this done. You know,
Turn this light off. It's blinding me real quick.
you don't need your eyes, right?
Let me see if that's gonna mess things up.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks good.
makes them look red.
You're sunburned too.
Not that red. I better turn it back on. Looks goofy. Goofier. But yeah, that's a good, fascinating. I mean, it's one of my favorite conspiracy theories, stories,
Yeah.
whatever. Because I don't know, man. You believe what you want to believe, and we're gonna hopefully get down, like Jason was saying, down there to
So what I
do
want
a
to
show.
do,
So
we can all do it together. What
Right.
I want to do is actually trace back
yeah,
Oswald's steps from the moment he leaves the building, because he walks right out. Because I ended the video that I did up there, standing in the doorway, that he leaves.
Okay.
yeah,
You can't go in. They keep those locked because you have to go around the backside to do the.
Yeah.
You have to go around the backside to go into
Right.
the museum and all that stuff.
Plus, it's COVID-19 was happening, so that
Well,
that
I
was
mean,
shut down too.
Even before,
Oh, really?
they keep those locked.
I didn't know
and
they kept them
everything.
locked permanently.
Yeah, last time I was there,
Mhm.
they were locked, and it just said arrow
Oh.
that way, go around to the back. Because
Gotcha.
it's now just it's a huge museum.
Yeah.
It's a huge. I mean, it's even changed since the first time I was there.
Mhm. And they have the carbine, whatever it's called, M13 carbine on display, but it's not the original one. That
Yeah.
one's in the archives, whatever it's
I
called.
think it's like at the Smithsonian's or whatever. or
It's a
something.
replica of it supposedly, but it's the exact
Yeah.
same style
they
and gun.
made millions of that particular
Yeah.
gun. It was a military gun
Yeah.
for a long time for foreign.
There's a lot of
Okay.
stuff they have inside
Yeah,
there.
they have a lot of photos and stuff.
It's a walking tour, and you can get one of those recorder
Oh,
things.
yeah,
Go
listen
up, push
to
the
it.
button, and it'll tell you what you're looking at. But I didn't need it. I already knew what
You
I was
already
looking
knew.
at.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going around. I'm telling
You're giving tours.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. I was telling my mom everything, like oh,
Yeah.
because she'd never been there, and I think she loved it.
Oh yeah,
So-
definitely. Yeah, like you said, most of those buildings around there are getting redone or getting
Yeah.
something done, but
But
there's still one
wanna
across the
I
way.
want to track his steps.
Yeah.
I want to go find. I know his boarding house. I
Yeah.
think it's still around.
Yeah,
The apartment that him and his wife.
yeah.
Uh,
Which I always thought that
Yeah.
was weird. Why did they live separate? Were they didn't
They're-
divorce at that time or something?
they were
Splitting
getting
up?
to that point.
I couldn't remember.
They were getting.
So
He was going weird
yeah, well,
and
Yeah.
violent.
yeah, that's
he was
right.
He was having temper tantrums like
Yeah.
all the time and stuff. So she kind of moved out.
That's right.
Well, she didn't move out, but they were sleeping in separate rooms. He was like
Mhm.
in the living room. But that morning, though, he took his wedding ring off, left it in a little cup
Hmm.
that was in the room. Then he left.
Yeah, because she lived.
But
She had a different old place up in Irvine, Texas, which is not that far from downtown. But he lived in Oak Cliff, which is closer to downtown.
yeah, because it is weird. Because I guess he was moved out at that time because he
Mhm.
was living at the boarding house.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
Right.
but I want to just track it and see if we can,
Make it there in the timeline.
Well, I'm sure anybody can, because he gets on a bus and drives off, gets off because I think it was heading back toward the downtown area, and he didn't want, so he gets back off and
Mhm.
takes off by foot, goes to his boarding house, goes in, his landlord sees him, he
Yeah.
goes into his room, starts packing, then that's when there's a honk outside. Landlord even remembers looking out, and there's a squad car out there that drives off.
Hmm.
So again, what the hell's a squad car doing outside?
Right.
Could it be Tippett? Could it be
Yeah.
Tippett?
I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
so there's a police officer involved that no one knows
Right.
about, and then so he dumps his clothes. He abandons his suitcase, grabs his pistol, and walks out.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything to his landlord. Walks out and heads down. And it's from there. It just gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah. Supposedly he jumped a bus from the 6-book deposit. What's it called? The 6-book depository. I was right. I was thinking. I always say suppository usually, which
That's
is
the
something
wrong one.
different. If you're going 6
You
foot
don't
there,
use a
6'4",
book for a suppository.
6'4",
No.
They say he jumped it.
he jumped onto a bus. He rode a bus there every day.
Yeah.
And that's it. They said that morning he came in with a big elongated
But he didn't
cardboard
ride a
box.
bus going in.
Yeah, he did.
Nope.
They said they saw him on it with the bringing in a. Well,
Wrong.
I don't remember bringing it.
Wrong,
They said
wrong,
they
wrong.
brought him. They saw him bring a box in the
Right.
big box.
But it was
But he
his
took it.
neighbor that drove him to work.
That's right.
that day.
Yeah.
He took it back though. They said that day.
What?
Took the bus back home.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
So he
He took-
actually drove it all the way back?
Well, wherever dropped him off. I don't know
Gotcha.
how far from his boarding house. Or
I just remember the
yeah.
first bus he gets off because it was like going in the wrong direction. So he
I
gets
don't
off.
remember that. Yeah, but
From
yeah,
those documentaries. But yeah, his neighbor drove him that day because his car is actually in the Ripley's Believe It or Not in San Antonio.
Oh, really?
He gave it up the moment he found out he's the one who drove him there that
Oh,
day.
you mean the neighbor
It made
did.
him sick
I got you.
that he was the one who drove because he remembers talking to Lee in the car and he's like, "What do you got there?" And he goes, "Oh, it's just curtain rods."
Yeah, that's right. Curtain rods. Yeah.
Curtain rods and
Yep.
everything. He goes, "Oh, okay." And he parks and they part ways, say goodbye, and
Right.
it's the last time he ever speaks to him.
It's crazy.
I know. I still think he goes up there, puts the rifle where it needs to be, and then he goes and does his stuff. And by
Yeah.
lunchtime, he's in the cafeteria, and never. Somebody fell down.
Or jumping around. I mean,
But I think he did it. He left it there. I
Right.
don't think he's the one who did it.
well, and I also think maybe it was either the building next to it or shot a floor above.
Could be.
Because there's another thing they said was windows were open that day too from
Yeah.
that same window. It was
People
just the
just
fact.
remember seeing a muzzle sticking out or something
Right.
like it.
It was just the fact that there was 3 bullets left by that window, particularly. I mean, you'd think you'd try to grab them, clean them up real quick, because the
Well,
rifle was
yeah.
found across the back of the building, the back of the opposite where the window was,
Right.
tucked away behind some stuff. So why wouldn't you grab it all and hide it all?
Right.
Versus just
Why
do
would you
one.
just do that and just abandon the shells that you have on
Because
the
the
ground?
shell, I think some of the shells were found on the windowsill or something. They
Yeah.
said. And I was like, that seems a little too convenient.
I think so.
I mean, they had everything solved within 30 minutes to an hour. So
Yeah.
that's some.
Some of the best police
That's
work
some
you
CSI
ever seen,
TV
you know?
stuff, you know,
Yeah.
TV programming. So, but
Because I mean, modern time, we have forever tracking people down,
right,
and we
right.
have some of the most, high tech stuff today, to track people down from pinging cell phones and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
Cameras on top of buildings.
Cameras,
Cameras
looking
everywhere.
out the window.
I know,
seeing
like
you
Leo
go by.
being
I mean,
creepy
talking
and
about?
tracking me down,
No idea what you're talking
satellites.
about.
You should see all the other photos too that he has
I
of
know what
that,
you're talking about.
that morning.
That was so funny because I was going, "This is Exhibit A," and I was showing him because I was like, "This is the."
I'm like looking at this photograph and I'm thinking, wait a minute, that's our car. There's the 2 bicyclists cutting in front of us.
I was like, "This is
Everything.
the red car that passes you guys, and
Yeah.
you're still filming. And this is a truck that almost comes from the opposite direction." I'm like, it was funny.
Yeah,
I was
and
had a
he's just
whole.
snapping, and here I am just driving away out of town.
I was having fun that
That was
morning.
funny.
I was trying to get him to go out there that morning, but it was raining. To go and stand in front of us so I can get him.
Yeah,
I was gonna have his phone try to put audio to
It
it,
was
but
pouring
yeah, it was.
rain.
I knew that's how I knew it was raining. So I'm like, I can see from the window it's raining.
yeah. We
So-
wanted the hell out.
Yeah.
Because on our way over to, before we went there, we